Stop recording video.
Hello again, welcome back to Illegally Cited. This is BGFH and I'm back for a product review, or a hardware review again this time. No, it is not headphones. It is audio related, but it is not headphones this time. So, this time what I'm going to show you guys is a little product called the Amazon Echo. This is a, I guess for lack of a better word, I'd call it maybe a smart speaker. We're looking at it right here. Let me get up and zoom into it here for you. It is basically a cylinder. You've got some buttons on the top. You got a microphone and a power button up there. And it's just this kind of round speaker, like a cylinder. It kind of reminds me, when I took it out of the box, it reminds me of like a big old thermos or something. It's, you know, it's got a decent little bit of heft to it. For what they're packing into it and for what for the size of it, it seems pretty sturdy. There's really not much in the way of controls on the unit, because I'll explain why in a minute. But on the bottom here, you see you got a cord for the AC adapter, and then it kind of, there's a little groove so it can fit right underneath there. But that is essentially the speaker. Like I said, you've got your power. You've got your mic record, or your kind of listen button on the top, if you really want to. And then you have your, see if it shows up well on the camera. As I turn it up or down, I'm actually turning this little part here. This whole top of it is a volume control. So if you want to physically, let me back up here. So if you want to physically control it, you can that way. But what sets this aside from your typical speaker is its smart capabilities. So basically, it's kind of like Siri or the Google speech recognition or Cortana, those kind of things, wrapped up into a Bluetooth speaker. So first, before I do any demo here, I want to talk a little bit about the couple things that I don't like about the Echo. I like it overall. I really quite like it overall, actually. But the first thing that I really don't care for is that, as far as I can tell, unless I just overlooked something, there really is no 3.5-inch audio jack. It would be nice to be able to not only use this as a Bluetooth speaker and a wireless speaker, but it would be nice to be able to just, let me just plug something in, like if I have my stream or if I have whatever device that doesn't support wireless or Bluetooth, to be able to plug that in. But you know what? Not a big deal. The other thing that I think is a little bit more annoying is that I showed you where the AC adapter plugs into the bottom, but that's the only way you're going to power this thing. Currently, this version of the Echo can only be used via a wall outlet. So, and I'm okay with using it that way, because most of the time, if you're just going to let it sit there and listen, kind of passively listen for its command, that's totally fine. But if I would love to be able to take this, like, I need to do a presentation for a meeting, or a presentation in general, or maybe I just want to carry it to a different part of the room or in my apartment for a little while. I always have to be tethered to a cord. I wish there were a battery in it somewhere, so that I could do both. They can cram a very long-lasting battery in, like the Jambox speaker that I reviewed early on the channel. Granted, there's more to it because this is doing internet things and stuff like that as well, but I still think that they could probably put a battery in it. So, what is this Echo thing? Like I said, I would kind of call it a smart speaker. And I can do a lot of different things with it. Obviously, it's Amazon, so obviously it really ties into their services. So they're adding functionality to it all the time. But basically, when you get this out of the box, you plug it in, you wait a little bit, and then you get a notification that says, okay, your Amazon Echo is ready to be set up. Then you go download either your iOS or Android app, and you start setting it up from there. So you connect your phone to it. You know, it walks you right through it, and I found it actually to be a very intuitive setup process. And, you know, you connect it to your Wi-Fi network. You log in with your Amazon account in the app, and then the speaker just knows it. You do a little bit of other setup things. But yeah, that's basically, you know, once you get it started and you pair it up, then you can actually just start using it. And they do have in the app itself, they do have little tutorials, or they have little speech recognition things where it'll give you, kind of like when you're training like a speech recognition software like Dragon Naturally Speaking, or the speech recognition for Windows or the Mac. You can actually train it. But I found I really didn't need to. I did try a little bit of it just to try it, and it does work, but I figured, you know what, it actually recognizes me pretty well. So let's start playing with this thing. I've got it set up, and all I have to do is say the code word. Out of the box, the code word is Alexa, and you can actually change it to Amazon if you want, but I don't mind Alexa. I think that's, you know, it works. So I can say, Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 10:44.
Oh, okay. I think when I was playing with the volume, well, you know what? Let's do it this way. I'm not even going to touch it. Alexa, volume 5. Alexa, what's the weather like today?
Right now in St. Paul, it's 57 degrees with rain. Today's forecast has thunderstorms with a high of 78 and a low of 63.
Ugh, that just doesn't sound good at all. So I really hope they put air conditioning, turn our air conditioning on in our apartment so we can actually use them. 78 and humid, ugh, that doesn't sound good at all. So I can say things, you know, again, Alexa, what time is it?
It's 10:45.
Alexa, when is Mother's Day?
Mother's Day will be on Sunday, May 10th, 2015.
Okay, let's see, I can ask it, actually, I should, let's see, Alexa, when is Memorial Day?
Memorial Day will be on Monday, May 25th, 2015.
Okay, Monday, May 25th, that's when we get our day off of work, sweet. Now, I'm a little bit far away. Let me get closer again for the next couple things that I'll say, so that you can see it. If you watch the ring on the top, when I trigger the code word, it will light up blue. So that tells you that, okay, it's listening, and it's going to listen for your follow-up question or command. So, let's see. Alexa, what's the weather like in Daytona Beach, Florida?
Right now in Daytona Beach, Florida, it's 74 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. Today's forecast has thunderstorms with a high of 77 and a low of 64.
Okay. So you can ask it, you know, a lot of basic questions like you can with Siri or the Google speech recognition kind of thing. I haven't fully explored everything that you can kind of say, but you can have it, you know, you can ask it other questions. Alexa, tell me a joke.
Why can't a bicycle stand on its own? Because it's too tired.
Yeah, okay, I was afraid of that. So you can do, you know, stupid things like that. But you can also, let's say that there's something that I wanted to add to my shopping list on Amazon. Right now, it doesn't actually buy the products for you, But, you know, let's say I'm working in the kitchen, I'm making supper, and I realize, oh, I'm running low on this ingredient. And I do some grocery shopping on Amazon, especially like non-perishables. So let's say that I could say something like, Alexa, add saltine crackers to my shopping list.
I've put saltine crackers on your shopping list.
Okay, and it's simple as that. Boom. It's, you know, within a second, boom, it's in there. I can go to my app. Then I can go like do an Amazon search from there. It's kind of like, you know, a little reminder checklist. So it's like next time I want to queue up some shopping, I can go do that. Now you can actually, which I haven't done yet, but you can set it up so that you can buy digital music from Amazon right from the Echo. I haven't done that because I figured, well, that's a dangerous thing. I'd be like, oh, I want to hear this song. And then it's like, yeah, you should play that. But no, I just haven't done that yet, but you can. You can set a timer. You can set alarms or reminders. I do it a lot now when I'm cooking. It's great because I'll throw something in the oven or, you know, be timing something in the kitchen, and I'll just, you know, while I'm killing time, I'll walk back out to my computer or go check something on the internet or whatever, but I'll just tell the Echo to set a timer for 18 minutes, and boom, it'll just say 18 minutes starting now. So I could say, Alexa, set a timer for 2 minutes.
2 minutes, starting now.
Boom. I mean, it's so simple. And like I said, I don't have to really walk up close to it. I don't even have to hit a button. I can just passively, like I said, just on my way from walking from one area of my apartment to the other, just say something and boom, it'll happen. So I can do things like that. You can ask it different things. So I could say, Alexa, Wikipedia Daredevil.
Daredevil is a fictional superhero that appears in American comic books published by Marvel Comics.
Okay, so it'll give you an overview. Now, one thing that I was hoping would happen, and one thing I would love to see in the future, is I can't figure out a way, like I would love for them to just kind of pull in like, oh, okay, you've gotten the general description for it, but maybe I'd like you to just, hey, read it to me. Read me the Wikipedia article. Somehow if it could just parse the sections out, and then, you know, you said you're just kicking back or you're middle of doing something, it could just read you some interesting Wikipedia content. I haven't tried this yet, but let's see. I'm trying to think of something to spell. I'm trying to think of... well, let's just say, Alexa, how do I spell the word echo?
The word echo is spelled E-C-H-O.
Obviously, I know how to spell echo, but believe it or not, there are times where I'm writing, and I've even done this with Siri. I'll be at work and I'll be writing a report. And, you know, spell check is great, but sometimes my spelling just sucks. Oh, there's my alarm. Alexa, stop. And there you go. But what I was saying is that my spelling sucks so bad sometimes that even my spell checker can't quite figure out what the hell I'm trying to say. So there'll be times where I'll just say, oh, hey, how do you spell this word? And it will spell it out. And I'm like, yeah, cool. Really kind of a hidden feature that you might not really think of. But believe it or not, it comes in handy. I've used it several times. So in addition to asking it questions, you could say, let's see, Alexa, what year did Terminator 2 come out?
Sorry, I didn't understand the question I heard.
Alexa, what year was Terminator 2 released?
I wasn't able to understand the question I heard.
Oh, boo. See, and that's one of the other things that they have to improve is I've asked previous questions like that before, and for some titles it'll get it, and for some other titles it won't. It's kind of got this weird thing where it kind of just depends on what it is you're asking. You know, I could, I've asked it like when something was released or, who starred in, well, let's say, Alexa, who starred in Terminator 2?
Sorry, I didn't understand the question I heard.
Wow. Maybe, Alexa, who played the Terminator in Terminator 2 Judgment Day?
I wasn't able to understand the question I heard.
Wow. Of course, when I'm trying to record a video, that's where you're failing me, Alexa. What are you doing? Bummer. Okay, well, you can ask it stuff like that. And you can ask it, factual questions. And it's done a pretty decent job overall. I don't know why she's being so crazy today, but like I said, because I'm recording, naturally. But you can ask it, like I said, and it's hard to think of these, it's hard to think of questions just on the fly, different random things to ask it. Oh, let's see, one thing I haven't asked it, they're struggling right now, but Alexa, who won the Wild game last night?
Last night the Wild lost to the Blackhawks.
Ouch.
1-0. They will play tomorrow at 8:30 p.m. at home against the Blackhawks.
Oof. So they were doing really well, and then I don't really follow the Wild, but just because we're in the playoffs and we're doing well, I want them to do well. But boy, it's not looking good. We're getting trounced. We're 0-3 in this series, so yeah, things are not looking good for the home team here, the Wild. But yeah, I forgot to check on that last night. Dang it, anyway. We got to have one Minnesota team that actually is decent. Our Twins sure aren't going to get it done, and neither are... Well, I don't know. The Vikings, I'm getting cautiously hopeful again. But, anywho, well, I could say, Alexa, when is the next Minnesota Twins game?
The Twins will play tonight at 7:10 p.m. at home against the Athletics.
Okay. So, I mean, little things like that. It's just really handy. Sometimes you'll just offhand think of a question, and, you don't have to hit a button. You don't have to grab your phone. And if you're just wondering some weird off-the-wall thing, just, say the code word and ask. And sometimes it might just work, Question answered. Here's where it also gets fun. Like I said, you tie it into your Amazon account, and you can also tie it into other accounts. Like I did set up my Pandora Radio account through it. There's I think it's, iHeartRadio, or there's a couple other services that you can do. But because I'm linked with my Amazon Music account, anything that I have purchased in my Amazon library or anything that is available through Prime Music, I can just tell my Echo to play it. So let's say that I want to hear some Who or something. Maybe, Alexa, play Pinball Wizard.
Pinball Wizard by The Who.
Boom. I'm like 5 feet away from the thing, and it's just starting, and it's good. Alexa, stop. Gotta avoid our copyright problems again. Like I said, you hear a nanosecond of a song or something, yet, you can find any full song that you want on YouTube, but yet, if we're doing a hardware review or something, we're the ones that get copyright strikes. Anyway, I digress again. But yeah, you can say that. I could have told her, just play The Who, and it'll just start playing, songs by that artist. I can say to play a particular album. So I could say, I don't think I own that one. Alexa, play Norman Rockwell is Bleeding.
You'd like to play the album Norman Rockwell is Bleeding, explicit, right?
Yes.
Songs from Norman Rockwell is Bleeding by Christopher Titus.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Christopher Titus.
Alexa, stop. So it's that easy. I mean, if it is for sure, I know what album you want, it'll just start playing it. It'll confirm it and then it'll play it. But that was actually a new one. It wasn't quite sure what I wanted, so it asked me, and boom, yeah, we could just still go on. So that's pretty cool. Christopher Titus is awesome, you guys. If you haven't checked him out, definitely check him out. A friend of mine and I went to a Christopher Titus show in January, and it was really, really awesome. Really fun. Got to meet the guy, which is just had to throw that in there because it was really cool. But yeah, so you can play your Amazon library that way. I can also say, let's see, I'm trying to remember how to word this. Alexa, play 70s rock radio on Pandora.
I couldn't find 70s rock on Pandora. Getting it from Prime Music. 70s rock station from Prime Music.
Okay, no, that's not what I meant, but yeah, good tune though. Alexa, stop. Let's try Alexa, play Pandora 70s rock radio.
I couldn't find 70s rock on Pandora. Getting it from Prime Music.
You suck. Why aren't you doing
70s rock station from Prime Music.
Erg. Alexa, stop. Oh, like I said, always when you're recording. I don't know why. There's another station that I built on Pandora. It's based off of a Metallica one. It has a lot of like instrumental rock and heavy metal. So let's try this one. Alexa, play Pandora Orion Instrumental Radio.
Getting your Orion Instrumental
there
radio
you
station
go.
From Pandora.
There you go. Ah, a little Pantera. There we go. Alexa, stop. And again, like I said, if I'm busy in the kitchen, I can't hear it well, or I hear it too loudly, I can say, the code word and tell it volume 3, volume 7, whatever. It's not the deepest sounding speaker. I mean, you're not going to get like, Bose quality sound from it, huge bass or anything like that, but it fills a room nicely. I have a big living room in my apartment, and I can easily hear it in the kitchen, or if I'm walking around, my big living room area. That's totally fine. And I can actually, the thing is, I've been almost in my kitchen, and as long as I find if I have my fan going, which I'm going to have to turn on here fairly shortly. Again, it's getting a little warm in here. But, if I have that going, then it has a little bit of trouble detecting because the fan is kind of over there on the other side of my chair. But it has a little bit of trouble recognizing me unless I'm close up to it there. But as long as there's nothing too chaotic going on, and even if I have my TV on, it can differentiate between the TV and me, and it can still usually do a pretty good job of understanding my request. So, like I said, those are a few things that Pandora can do, those are a few things that Echo can do. Now, there is, like I said, there's an iOS and an Android app. I'm not going to demo that for you in this video. Hopefully, in the future, I will be able to do so. You can do other things. You can set up other things with the app. There's actually some home automation stuff that you can do if you have certain of these devices. So you could probably tell your Echo to turn the light on, or, I don't even know what devices are supported, but I kind of want to look into it because it would be kind of cool just to be like, yeah, go ahead and just turn this on or off, or move, do whatever it is you do. It is just kind of cool not having to go grab a device or just, from anywhere, just say what you want to happen and boom, it is done. One of the reasons I'm not going to cover the app right now is because I'm also in the process of working with Amazon. I'm going to do another private video and upload it to YouTube just so I can send it to Amazon. What I find, I think I've mentioned this in another video, is lately I've started doing this. Like if I have a problem that I can easily, or that's a little hard to describe, but it's easy to demonstrate. If it's something that I can record, I have recorded a few videos, and then I'll just make them hidden or private, and then I will, contact whatever company's technical support, and then I will show them that video, and just, the video will describe what's going on. It's a really good way to specifically show what your issue is, and it's worked out pretty well for me. So right now the Amazon Echo app is kind of janky with VoiceOver. If you're patient with it, it kind of works, but there's a lot of weirdness where, like, if you scroll to something that is off of the screen, and then you try to flick back, or you try to double tap on something that is off, there's some weirdness going on, and I think it would be quite frustrating in some ways if you had no usable vision. Because I have some vision, I can, quickly toggle VoiceOver off, scroll the screen down, or do something, visually once I understand, and then turn VoiceOver back on to get going again. But there are some issues, and I'm going to be, hopefully very soon here, I'm going to be recording another video. And once that app gets fixed, maybe I'll do just a quick overview of the Amazon Echo app. And maybe by then too, there will be, like I said, they're adding more functionality to this all the time. So maybe I can go through even some of the things that I don't necessarily have, but some of the potential things that you can do if you have the supported services or devices. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot more that Amazon Echo can do. I just wanted to give you an overview and give you my thoughts on it. One other thing that I haven't mentioned is you got this little critter here. It also comes with a remote. Kind of looks like an Apple TV remote, almost, but a little thicker. It comes with like 2 AAA batteries. It takes AAA batteries. And this would be really handy. And actually, the little stand that I had it on there, there's a little stand right there that's on my little file cabinet. It's magnetic, and this also connects magnetically to that little stand thing. So I might put this on my fridge, and you notice there's a microphone button up here. It walks you through pairing the remote when you do the initial setup as well. And so if I'm out in the kitchen and it can't hear me, I could be in the kitchen, maybe I remember something that I want on my shopping list, or maybe I want to have it, change my music preference or something. I can hit the button and I can speak into the remote, and it'll still go, to the Echo and do my command. I still have like my volume and track and play pause, just really simple multimedia controls. But I'm so going to put this on my fridge now that I've done the video. And yeah, I'll be able to easily control that still from my kitchen should she not be able to hear me. So that is kind of cool. And it's a strong magnet. I mean, you feel it just goes shunk. It's a powerful magnet, so that shouldn't be an issue of like it falling off or anything. But yeah, that is the Amazon Echo. It is kind of available now. You can go to Amazon and you can request to be invited, or you can request to get one. Then, like I said, especially if you're an Amazon Prime member, that's probably the way to go, because otherwise this thing is kind of expensive, and for $200 I would not recommend it right now. I would not. That's just too much money for something that you can do with Siri or with other voice controlled things. Yes, it's convenient, but for $200, that's just a lot of money. If the audio quality was super amazing, maybe. If it was like, high-end like Bose quality or something, then maybe. Or, if you could do battery and outlet power, then maybe. But this one version, like I said, I mean, I really didn't need the speaker either. I have Bluetooth devices, I have headphones, I have the Jambox, but I just like the idea, and it sounded really kind of interesting, and I'm a nerd, so, you know, it was just one of those things that I really kind of wanted to check out, so I did. And, I mean, I gotta say, I'm using it more than I thought I would, just because, like I said, you don't have to hit any buttons. You just walk by, and in a conversational tone, just ask it stuff, or tell it to do stuff, or have it play music for you, or whatever it is. All those types of things. So that should give you kind of an introduction, a look at the Amazon Echo. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and until next time, I will talk to you guys again later.